So here it is, my 1972 Plymouth Duster. This is quite possibly one of the nicest cars that I have ever owned. Now, why would I have such a nice shiny car, you might be asking yourself? Well, we'll have a little bit more on that later. But for now, I am headed up to Pontiac, Michigan for an event called Roadkill Nights. You may or may not know about it. It's actually my first time going there. So I am really excited to get there and find out what kind of event this is. So we get to the hotel. It's a really nice hotel, probably one of the nicest ones I have ever stayed in. And lo and behold, there is a Ford Model A convention staying there as well. There are Model A's in the whole parking lot. Quite a sight to see. Not only did we have a lot of beautiful Model A's, but we also had a lot of muscle cars, like this stunning example of a Hellcat powered police car. It's from House of Mouse. We also have this Dodge Charger. I believe it's a 68 Dodge Charger. It was one of the nicer pieces up there and did well in the drag racing event as well. The parking lot was full of really great vehicles and a lot of great people to talk to. You can always find a party in any hotel parking lot that you go to, during a car event, that is. And of course, some of the favorite roadkill vehicles also made an appearance. And we also have a couple other behind-the-scenes stars, Taylor, producer, and Brad, the director of Roadkill. There's no shortage of lovely, high-powered mopars to see around this facility. You can spend all day just looking and wandering around and taking in all the sights and smells of the Roadkill Nights event. It is a good time and I highly recommend it. Now this 1967 Chrysler Newport, it was a really nice car that belongs to Leon and Jennifer, a couple nice people that I also met in the hotel parking lot. You meet the best people there. Thanks, guys. There was also the Dodge Thrill Rides, which I did not partake in because I do not make a very good passenger. Yeah, not doing that.
Real quick, he's going to go through, and then we're going to do a quick roll call, so please everyone just do each side of us, okay?
What's happening? You guys again?
Another fun part of this event was they gave 4 YouTubers, including Alex Taylor here, a Dodge Hellcat, a Redeye Hellcat. They gave them $10,000. The only rules were you had to stay within that $10,000 budget, and you could not modify the internals of the engine. So most of these guys added nitrous. This guy added twin turbos to his setup. Alex Taylor, I believe she added nitrous and back half the entire car for $10,000 somehow. But yeah, we know who won that event. Alex Taylor. It's nice to have a full shop at your disposal. But yeah, she did a great job. Took these guys out one by one.
They have brought the muscle and the bravery in an attempt to tame Woodward. It is Roadkill Nights. It's back, and they're putting the pedal to the metal today and all over the place. Okay, let's do it one more time.
And back to the live action.
Hey,
What's going on, Wiley?
how we doing, sir?
Pretty good. How are you today?
Doing pretty well, just flying drone here.
How long does it take you to get all this footage?
Oh, today? I've been flying for hours and I don't know if we're done, but yeah, I don't know. They should have plenty of good stuff.
Wow, no kidding. How many drones are running?
Actually 3 different drones. I had 2 different drones for live stream, and then I've got just a drone for a little bit better footage, better quality.
Right.
We're switching over to that.
Any of these fast enough to keep up with these cars going down the strip?
No, sir. One of them fumbled off the line, and I was like neck and neck. I'm like, hey, I got it. But now he pulled on me.
Oh, right on.
I top out about 55, 60 miles an hour. And they're
Well, that's
gone.
not bad. You got them for like 60 footage.
My 0 to 60 is pretty quick, actually, though, you know?
Right on. That's
too
cool.
fast.
Cool. Well, thanks for talking to us.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, here we go. Standing in the middle of the drag strip, it is David Freiberg and Mike Finnegan from Roadkill. Thank you. So this has been amazing racing, but we're also shooting a Roadkill episode here, and let me tell you what we're going to do because it's pretty radical. We are going to be buying a car right here on the starting line, and our whole plan this week is to give back to the fans. So at local cruise nights all around the Detroit area this week, we are going to be trading cars down. So we're going to take this Duster, which is pretty rad, and tomorrow we're going to be at Baker's in Milford, and we're going to find somebody who has a car that's not quite as good, and we're going to trade him for our better car, and we're going to keep that going all week long until we're done with what do you want to end with, Mike?
My hope is that he and I ride out of here on a tricycle.
So that's our plan, giving back to the fans, which is so... We want to kick that off right here at Roadkill Nights. We're going to roll in this new car that we bought, and you're going to be able to check is in for prize. For this. I've never seen this car in my life. We saw photos of it and bought it sight unseen. I guess this is Chuck driving the thing. This is a 1972 Plymouth Duster. Looks like it's G8 green, and it does have a 340 in it. You're Chuck.
Hey, Dave. How are you today?
Fantastic. So what's really cool about Chuck is that he knew that we were looking for a car locally, and you probably sent me 20 cars that were for sale.
I did. I knew that you wanted a car, so it's like, let's find Dave a car.
And you're a hardcore Roadkill fan. Tell us about the 2 other Roadkill cars that you've had.
Well, if you remember in a cheap car shootout, there was a Maverick 4-door that Mr. Finnegan here just really loved and just beat the snot out of. It was known as Goose. I bought that when it came to Hot Rod Power Tour 2019. Then when I bought the Plymouth Belvedere, called House, what was it called?
It was house painted. It had house paint all over it.
Home Wrecker. It was called Home Wrecker. So I bought that one too, the 63 Slant 6. That was a great car.
Yeah, so in other words, this guy's been a great Roadkill fan, and we've had a lot of fun, like, shopping with him, and ultimately came up with this Duster. And I haven't even had a look at this thing. Is it going to drive us to the next cruise night?
It absolutely may.
It absolutely may. How's your level of confidence?
I really feel like, Freiberger, you need to get behind the wheel and actually test it with a burnout.
We probably should, but first, do you remember the whole thing about how we're giving back this week? So Chuck, we really appreciate all the help. We appreciate you being a fan. As a result, Dodge wants to give you a brand new Hellcat powertrain. Chuck, that is your Hellcat.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That is beautiful. I was looking at it over in the staging lanes, and it's like, man, I wish I could have an engine like that. That would look great in that 63 Belvedere.
You want to trade me for a 72 Duster? You have something to put it in.
I got a moped back at the hotel.
So would you really put this in our house paint Belvedere?
I would. That would be perfect for that car.
That is ultimate roadkill. I would love to see that happen. Who wants to see that happen? Yeah! Hellcat power!
Yeah.
You want to go love your motor a little bit?
Love that motor. That beautiful. That is so beautiful.
Thank you very much, Dodge, for making this possible so we were able to help out this guy who's helped us out so much and who's been such a great fan. And like I said, we're continuing all week making the trades. So Mike and I are going to hop in this thing. We're going to try and do a burnout. We've never driven it before. And then you'll see us tomorrow at Baker's in Milford.
With something worse, I hope.
Who's going to come out and try and trade us for something worse?
Yeah.
Right there, right on. All right, stay tuned to my Instagram at David Freiberger and his Finnegan999, and you'll follow us all throughout the Detroit area, all throughout the week. Thank you very much to Motor Trend and Dodge for once again making Roadkill Nights happen. Let's do burnouts, Mike.
Burnouts.
Let's do burnouts.
Totally amazing.
Yeah.
Totally amazing. I need to be Chuck right now. Check Chuck to make sure that his feet are on the ground right now.
And I have to say that I have absolutely opened the hood of my Max Wedge or my Race Hemi or whatever it would be, and I just admired the engine. I've never kissed it before, but I get that.
The kiss.
You can hug it. You can hug
Chuck,
it.
good for you, buddy. Good for you. That look at that engine and transmission moving its way down the track.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
So yeah, that was totally unexpected. So the story is, David Freiberger posted on Instagram that they were looking for a vehicle for Roadkill Nights. So I do a lot of searching online anyway. I sent them a few ads. It's like, well, what about this car? Or this car? Or this car? Or this car? You know, it's like, well, I want this type or I want this type. I finally found this 1972 Duster here. He's like, I like that car. Can you get that for me? It's like, yeah, I can get it for you. I'll go ahead and buy it, and you guys just pay me back when I get up there. No big deal. So I drove 5 hours to go get the car, 5 hours back, then another 5 hours up to Detroit, presented them the car. I had absolutely no idea, nor did I expect anything in return. Total shock, absolutely 100%. So it's true what they say. There is nothing staged about this show at all. When I was ready to present the car, they just called me over. It's like, hey, take the car up there. They're standing up there. Just park it and talk to them. It's like, talk to them about what? It's like, well, just talk to them. So, you know, that's all the prep I got on that. So, absolutely 100% unstaged. Nothing is rehearsed. Zero. So, that is the story. Now, what is that Hellcat engine going into? Well, it's going into the 1963 Plymouth Belvedere. So, yeah, it's going into this car. Right there, yeah, that car. So, it ought to be fun. I'm going to go ahead and start posting more videos on the 63 Plymouth Belvedere build. So, make sure to click, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, comment, and there will be some more videos to come. We're going to build that 63. We're going to take it back there next year to Roadkill Nights and hopefully run it down Woodward Boulevard. Until next time.